Hi guys, the light bulb's just gone over my desk here. I've replaced it. It's one of these Poundland UltraBrite 5.5 watt Edison screw. Had a quick look on my channel just over a year ago, February 2024. I replaced one. Not sure if it's the same one because there's actually two up there. But I did a tear down on it then. So I thought, do I do another tear down? Can I make it any different to the previous one? The answer's probably not. But I didn't actually show harvesting the components of it last time because there's no real point, but we'll have a look. This end, that little cap comes off. There's a wire trapped under it for that terminal, and there's another bit of wire trapped under this for the other terminal. Whether that's live or neutral, you don't call it live or neutral in America anyway. Bit of gentle persuasion, you can probably hear it agreeing with me. It wants to come free. There we go. So there's one wire that was trapped under the thread there, and that wire there pointing out the middle was trapped under. Can I poke that out with something? Yeah, there we go. It's trapped under there. So that's your two terminals. And then all the circuitry, this is plastic. All the circuitry's on an aluminium disc there. Big Clive has done tear downs on these loads of times. Held in place with some sort of white epoxy or something. Which we could dig out the way. I'm actually chewing a throat sweet at the moment. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so my voice may sound a little bit funny. Just encourage this to come out a bit more. There we go. Just need to use the right magic words. Right, there we are. There's 8 LEDs. That's the yellow things. A couple of chips, I'll call them. Surface mount resistor there. I think that's 2 more surface mount resistors. On the back, they've got the 2 wires with the power. That one's got a resistor in line with it, actually under the heat shrink. And then an electrolytic capacitor there. And for simplicity or ease of assembly, they're just pushed through and they're held in place by, what can we call them, non-return tabs. You can push them in, but as you pull them back, they dig in. So that saves them having to do any soldering. But what I thought I might do this time, I'm sure I've done it in another video, but if we just go and hold it over a hot flame, back in focus, then the solder melts and these all drop off. So we'll go and do that. Before we put the gas flame on, I said this was a non-return. You push it in and it stays in place. I think if we use brute force, yeah, there we go. I probably crushed it anyway, so I don't expect it to be any use. But if I'm going to put it over the flame, that would catch fire. Let's probably do the same with these bits of wire as well. Right, what we're going to do is hold that in the flame and let the components drop off. I've also cleaned off that white stuff as well. Okay. I've definitely done this in another video. Oh, there you go. That one doesn't want to come off yet. As for soldering them back on again, well, you could do the same thing, but I'm not suggesting soldering them back on again anyway. I was just demonstrating how easy it was to harvest them if you wanted to, if you wanted to use them on something else. Just looking at the circuit board, where's my pointer? There we are. Okay, that's where the power came in. I got a track goes round to there, and from the other side the track comes round to there. Clearly the chip that was on there would have been some sort of rectifier. We got wavy lines shown at the top and plus and minus shown at the bottom. So that's what that was. That was a rectifier. Then there was a resistor straight across it, which I've no idea what the value was now. And then coming round the bottom, one side goes to that side of the capacitor. That's where there was the capacitor underneath. And that side goes to the other side of that capacitor. So we have a capacitor across the incoming power. And then this side goes to one of the LEDs, across the LED, across that track, next LED, around there, next LED, across there, next LED, across there, next LED, up there, LED, 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 and then over to whatever this other chip was. Looks like 3 legs of that chip all went to the same place. a couple of resistors across there, RS1, RS2. It looks like they only go to one leg of that chip. Not entirely clear. So I don't know what that does. Possibly sets the voltage. And if we've got 240 volts coming in, and it's been rectified, and we've only got 8 LEDs taking the power, if we just say 8 into 240, that's got to be, each LED needs 30 volts. Is that right? 8 threes are 24, so 8 times 30, 240. Yeah, in that sort of region. So if you wanted to use those LEDs for anything, you'd have to give them about 30 volts to get them to light up. Probably a little bit less than that, but that's the sort of region you're talking about. They're not going to light up with 1.5 volts off a AA battery or something like that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.